What's up, everybody? That was a terrible intro on my part. uh, I figured since I was working on... Oh, man, that shadow's bad. Sorry about the shadow. Figured since I was working on this thing, I would... let's see if I can try turn another light on here. A little more light, maybe. Can I zoom in? Look at that. Zooming. I figured since I was working on this, I might as well go ahead and let you guys check it out. Try and do a little recording. My microphone broke that I bought for podcasting, and so you're just gonna have to deal with a terrible raw voice. Sorry, guys. Anyway, hope everybody's doing well. Got the Star Wars thing going on here. And like I said in the post, I know not everybody's a fan of Star Wars. I get it. I feel bad for you. No, I'm just kidding. But, man, the show's just so good. I feel like non-Star Wars people, like gun people and people that just like movies and stuff made in that film Western, sort of Clint Eastwood Western style, would probably dig it, because you don't really have to, like, I mean, you kind of have to know some of the Star Wars lore a little bit, but it's not like, I don't know. I feel like it's a little bit more of a, I don't know. Super cool show. But anyway, figured I'd just go ahead and do this real quick and do a little filming. I hope everybody is gonna have a good Thanksgiving. I don't really get into Thanksgiving anymore, but for those of you that do, I hope you have a good one. Oh, let's see, what's new with me? What's new with me? Not a whole lot. Just trying to keep up with everything. I feel like I have so many ideas of things to do and things I want to work on, and then I get distracted, like this drawing kind of distracts me, and I end up just, I don't know, getting distracted by stuff. Which is not a big deal. But I'm keeping up with everything, and I obviously appreciate everybody's help with helping me keep up and not letting me starve. It's always appreciated. Yeah. I hope everybody, I know not everybody probably sees the posts that I put up on Patreon all that much. I try to let people on Facebook know, and I do. And I know quite a few of you regularly see them, so that's cool. I hope that, I've been trying to do them more, obviously, so I hope that's been cool for everybody that's up on the Patreon more. What else? Yeah, I've just been trying to get work done, It's constant, which is cool. I'm actually shocked that I'm not like totally burnt out yet. Because, like anything in life, burnout's a possibility for everybody. A lot of people get burnt out doing what they're doing, and then they change what they're doing and find a new career path. And I've thought about that a few times. I know, what was it, last year, I was actually kind of heavily considering going into the National Guard, West Virginia National Guard, but I ended up not doing it. I mean, I met the weight requirement pretty easily, and I could do most of the physical part. Even though I'll be 30 next month, but I was 28 then, and I was just trying to, I don't know, just trying to figure out if that's what I wanted to do. A friend of mine was desperately trying to get me to join. He'd been in for a long time in the Army, but yeah, and I was like, man, I this would be a cool extra thing to do, kind of break up the, I don't know, monotony of my time or my day or my month or whatever. But, like so many people, I met with the recruiter and I did my ASVAB and I scored really high on it. And then I was just like, maybe not. And, then I met my girlfriend, and then I was like, yeah, nah, I don't think so, not now. Definitely would have been a good thing probably, but I just, it's just not me. I just couldn't see myself actually doing it and doing a good job. So, yeah, I know. It's just what happens. Anyway, I'm kind of rambling. Sorry about that. Can't help but ramble. Trying to think what else is going on. Man, trying to think. I took a class last weekend with Varg Freeborn, and he teaches. I'm sure a lot of you've seen and probably know of him and all that. He has a book that I helped do the cover for and everything, and he taught a really cool force on force sort of CQB type class, and man, it was good. It was 2 days. We went up to Alliance, Ohio, and spent 2 days up there, Saturday and Sunday, and it was cold, but that's okay, My main goal was to not be totally screwed up, because basically it's not like airsoft or anything, but you get put into these situations that are artificial and like realistic scenarios, like home defense type scenarios. And the shoot house that's up there is a really cool shoot house. I posted some pictures up on my personal page, but there's a multi-room shoot house that they have up there that's awesome. And he makes these scenarios where you're like a person in a bank, and you gotta there's a guy that comes in with a gun and he's yelling for his wife and looking to harm her, I guess, and you gotta figure out how to deal with that. And there's opportunities to get out of the situation, which is always kind of preferable in my opinion, if possible. Not to sound like a total wuss or anything, because it's not about that, obviously. It's about living and not being put in jail for shooting somebody that, even though maybe it's justified, you never know. Um, so I managed to kind of like do that a couple of times. I was able to just kind of get out of a situation, which was kind of my goal. And so there was that, and that was a great class. Got to meet a lot of cool people and work with a lot of cool people that were all pretty switched on. It was interesting seeing there was a student in there who had come up from, or come down, I don't know, come up, come down from Seattle, Washington, and he was kind of a new gun owner, kind of a new shooter. And I think this might have been his like very first type of professional class. Like, I don't even think he's taken like an actual pistol class. Maybe he has, like privately or something, but he seemed like he was relatively new, and was, man, he like jumped in and the deep end, so to speak. But he did a good job for the most part. There's like, I think back to like when I first got into guns, and which has been like, I don't know, like 8 or so years ago, 9 years ago, something like that. And what I knew then versus what I know now is just like shocking in its contrast. I mean, it's completely shocking. And I know how to shoot. I know, I've got the fundamentals of marksmanship down all right, and I've got, obviously there's always work to do and get better, but I study a lot. I do a lot of research on shootings, and I try to listen to people that have more experience and knowledge than me, which is what a lot of people, I don't think, a lot of people don't do. And so I try to do that, and it's taken a long time for me to kind of get to that point, and to think of doing that when I first started, and like applying principles of self-defense and shooting and de-escalation, and being thinking, not just going to the gun, but actually thinking about a situation and trying to like decipher information of what's what you should do, what you shouldn't do, how you should talk to people, how you should treat a threat. Is it a threat to you? Is it a threat to somebody else? Is it something you can get out of? Is this, yeah, et cetera, et cetera. I wasn't thinking about that when I first got a gun. Like when I first started buying guns, I was thinking about fucking, what's the next gun I'm going to buy? What's the, it took me a few years to like get into that mode, and so, but it's good to see people like getting into it right off the bat. It's a smart thing, especially if you're going to carry a gun. So I think more people need to really think about these things a lot. But anyway, that's all that topic. Yeah, good class, good weekend. It's nice and cold. What else? Excuse me. Yeah, just that's really the only interesting thing I've done recently. Everything else has just been like, doing work or doing stuff around the house or doing things with my girlfriend, just trying to, I don't know, it's pretty much, pretty boring life, We don't have a whole lot of disposable income, so we don't really get to go places or do stuff really very often, but, it's all good. I like nice, simple, nice, simple, quiet life. I'm a fan. I know there's a lot of people that like to go and do a lot of stuff, and that's cool. But I'm pretty much a simple person. If I can, as long as I'm paying the bills and I can afford to do the hobbies that I like to do, which is really just shooting at this point. That's cool. That's all good. So, oh, what else? What else? Yeah, this Mandalorian show is pretty awesome. I'm a big Star Wars nerd, as you all know. Just can't help it. Just like it a lot. I went and saw the new Terminator recently. That was cool. I actually liked it. I was really kind of expecting to not like it, but I thought it was all right. And I know a lot of people don't share that sentiment about it, which I get. You know, everybody's got their opinion, but I thought it was good. It was cool seeing Linda Hamilton play the character again. You know, the Sarah Connor character, just because it's such an iconic sort of role. And she's really good. Like, she fell back into that role like she had never left it. So that was awesome. Let's see, what else? What else is there? That's about it. Let's see here. Okay, I got to figure out how I'm going to do this. So I'm going to pencil that in first because I don't want to just start. Because I'm just kind of making this part up. Which is why I fixed that line. I didn't like it. Let's see. Man, the angle's not good. Let's see here. I need to do this here. Yeah. I can't see the other side. I'm looking at a photo of them and I'm just kind of using the best photo that I've got. So this is a super boring part of all this kind of process. So if you click off now, I totally get it. Let's see, I'm just gonna start doing that right there. Let's see here. Boom, like that maybe. Maybe do it like that. Yeah, that looks all right. That looks pretty close. Although there is a thing that's like right here. Comes down. This is some Bob Ross stuff right here. It's like we're gonna put a happy little flamethrower gauntlet on this guy. And heck, we might even give him a friend. Little Bob Ross action there. Kill this here. Just like that. I don't think Bob Ross ever said kill on his show, so that's a little bit out of character, I guess. And then there's, let's see here, this kind of stops there, and then there's a piece here that comes in, and it comes in a bit into that area, and we'll move it up here, and then we'll do that. And that angle's wrong. So that's cool. Not really. Oh, actually, this whole thing's wrong. Man, this looks like crap. What have I done? No, I'm just kidding. Let's see here. Bring this down a little bit. This whole thing needs to go this way and not be squiggly. Man. Okay, that's a little off. Maybe. Maybe not. Sorry, super boring part, guys, I know. Excuse me. Okay. Let's see here. Let's go ahead and put this part in and this thing here. Just gonna wing it. And it's hard to tell what's going on here. So, yeah, that's getting there. That's getting there. Do this here. Do this hand thing here. This hand has a pad on it. So I'll add that real quick. So that looks all right. Okay. This bit thingy here, just for some looks. Do this up here. Okay, there we go. Something like that. Yeah, that's all right. Yeah, I think once I start adding shading to this, it'll look better. I think that'll work. So I think I'm gonna bring that. It's a little too much elbow, so we're gonna kill that off a little bit, round that off, erase that line. Yeah, I think that's better. I'm actually not, I like to think that I'm good at drawing like anatomy and stuff, but I don't think I really am. It's one of my many things that I wish I was better at. No matter how much I draw anatomy, I always seem to be really off, or at least I feel like I am. I don't know. I think I just need to straighten these lines out and make them sharper. I think they'll be better. All right, that looks all right. Kind of add some clothing sort of lines there. That looks okay. I'm okay with this. Let me move this over a bit. I want to work on this hand a little bit here. Let's see. Let's see, his gloves have these little finger thingies. So I want to kind of do this. Looks kind of weird. Yeah. And this one here. I think they just need to be a little more rounded. There we go. Glove thing. Let's see. His finger looks short. I know it's the angle because it's pointing away from him, but it looks weird. Let's see here. Yeah, man, that looks just weird. I don't like that at all. Here you go, guys. You get to see how the sausage is made. Let's see. I'm going to work on this stock a little bit. I know I kind of bounce back and forth. It's just when I get like kind of stuck on a spot, I'll just go to a different spot that needs work and come back to it. So it's just there's no rhyme or reason to it at all. It's just what I do. Need to fix this stock. It looks kind of weird. Just kind of going boom like that. I think that's an LMT stock. I really need to take a better look at that stock. Yeah. Anyway, I'll go ahead and cut this off now because it's probably bored to tears. But I don't know when I'm going to finish this. I might finish it tomorrow or today or something. Well, probably not today. So there's a lot to do. But there you go. A little bit of how the sausage is made, as it were. Kind of zoom back out here. It's looking pretty cool. Yeah. Okie dokie. I will catch you all later. Thank you again for your support on Patreon and just whatever you guys do by buying prints and stuff. I know a lot of you do, and man, I'm just more than grateful to have your all support. It's just really something else. I never really expected people to be all that interested in this kind of thing. So, I'm always grateful, and hopefully I can keep doing this stuff for you, and you all will keep enjoying it. And yeah, that's about it. I'll catch you all later, and thanks again for watching.